Hey guys, we're going to be starting here in about 1 or 2 minutes. Hey guys, today is July the 12th, 2018. We're going to be talking about Cantor Exchange today. Hang on just a second here. Welcome to the series. This series is designed to keep you informed with what's going on at Cantor Exchange, how to use their platform, and so forth and so on. We have already made 2 videos and we're getting ready to make our 3rd. If you need any help, you can contact AJ Grossbart. He's the account executive at Cantor Exchange. They've got the best customer service in the industry. Just give them a call or send an email. You can do this if you have any issues with your trading platform or just any general issues at all. The topic of the day, how to learn the charting functions of the GUI. If you don't know what a GUI is, we're getting ready to show you. Step 1, go ahead and log in to your Cantor Exchange platform, to your trading interface. It's called a graphical user interface, or a GUI. It sounds like GUI. You can log in there at cantor.tradelogic.net or just go to cantorexchange.com. When you see your chart, you're ready to go. Let's hop right into it. The risk of loss trading any financial instrument such as Forex or binary options or anything else can be substantial. You must be aware and willing to accept those risks in order to invest. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell any financial interest. No representation is being made that any account is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to the ones discussed here. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Any strategies discussed are for educational purposes only and are not to be construed as specific trading advice. All right, let me get rid of this. Now, I want you to know that I'm not affiliated with Cantor Exchange. I just make videos and show you how to use the platform. Now, I want you to look here. We've got 2 platforms. On the right, we have MT4 or MetaTrader 4. On the left, we have Cantor Exchange. Just about anything you can do on the right, you can also do on the left for the most part. Down at the bottom, we have what's called an RSI. This is an indicator. On Cantor Exchange platform, we can also put in an RSI indicator. On the right, we have, if I can pull it over, actually, let me just pull this over. We have a trend line right here. On Cantor Exchange, we can also draw trend lines. So right now, I'm just going to go ahead and X out of MT4. This is a charting platform a lot of people use. And we are just going to talk about the Cantor Exchange graphical user interface, GUI, trading platform, whatever you want to call it. Now, when you first get in here, it's just going to be a blank screen. Not a blank screen, but a blank chart. You're not going to have any indicators here. You're not going to have anything in here other than your chart. Now, we've got an RSI in here right now. This is just a basic indicator that you can click on some of these buttons. We're going to go over them. You can click on some of these buttons and you will see various indicators. If you want to just search an indicator, you can type RSI or Bollinger Bands or MACD, or just scroll down through here. If you want Bollinger Bands, you can click on it. There are several things called trend lines. You've got support and resistance lines. You can use a horizontal line there. You got vertical lines. Any type of lines that you want to draw, you can draw on the chart. I want you to practice at home right now. Just go ahead and grab a trend line. You do this by clicking this little button here that looks like a line. Grab a trend line. And then you click on the chart. Just click it one time. And then pull the trend line down to wherever you want to go. Let's say we're going to draw a trend line to right here. Click it again. There you go. You've got a trend line. Let's say that you want to draw a vertical line because you've got an expiry coming up. Go over here, click the chart, There you go. There's your vertical line. What if you are looking at support and resistance and you're looking at a horizontal area? You can just put a horizontal line in there. There's all types of ways that you can make your chart look like whatever you want to. Give me just a second. All you have to do to delete anything is just click on it and press delete. There we go. Now we're back to a normal chart. If you go down below the horizontal line here, you've got the pitchfork. Some people call it the Andrews pitchfork. I don't use these, but they are there. Here's how you can draw one. Just click on one. Click on an area on the chart where you want to draw the pitchfork and draw it. It actually takes 3 clicks. I'm sorry, 3 clicks. So let's say we want to draw that, whatever. This is an indicator that I do not use. If you want to type something on the chart, let's say I want to type Ryan's trading whatever. I don't like that color, so I'm going to change it right here. I'll change it to red. I don't like that size, so I'm just going to click over here and make it a little bit bigger. And I don't like the position, so I'm just going to move it. And you can do all of this by clicking on the text tab over on the left-hand side. Now, you can go down through here and you can just play with some of these. For instance, if you want to make a pretty chart, there, you can type in whatever you want to in there, make it really bright, and there we go. And just play with whatever it looks like. And you can do all of this from this little button right here. There's a ton of them. There's all kinds of things you can play with to mark your chart. There we go. If you are into things like Elliott wave or ABCD patterns, things like that, you can click on this little tab right here and it will show you that. Now, I do not trade Elliott wave at all. So I'm not going to go into the specifics of how it works because I'm not an expert in that. But here it is. If you do, they offer it. Let's click on an Elliott wave here. I don't know, right there. There we go. There we go. There's our wave. You can click on it and you can see it on there. And when you move your chart, it's going to stay. There's all kinds of tools like this within the graphical user interface or the charting platform that Cantor Exchange has. So I want you to go in here, click on all of these. Just click on them. I don't know what every one of them are. Here's an arrow. Sometimes whenever I'm teaching a class, I want to point to a specific candle. And I want the arrow to be very big. Do you see this little tiny green candle right here? That's the one that I'm pointing to, and you can use that. You can use it to save your charts for later. A lot of times people need, actually not a lot of times, the majority of the time, people need to keep a trading journal. Now in your trading journal, it can be on paper. That's the way that I used to do it. Now I keep it in a little notebook online. And I can take a screenshot and I can put it up there. And that's what a lot of these are used for. Take a screenshot of your trading, keep it in a trading journal. Now, let's look up at the top. First of all, you see this little, hang on just a second. You see this little crosshair area? There is a vertical line and a horizontal line that will always keep you wherever you want to look at on the chart. For instance, if I'm looking at this little green candle right here, I can see that and I can line it up perfectly because I've got my horizontal and my vertical axis right there, and it'll stay with me no matter where I go on the chart. If I don't like the chart that I'm looking at, I can look at bars. I can look at candles. I can look at hollow candles. I can look at a line chart, or we can fill in that chart. There's all kinds of charts. We've got Heikin-Ashi charts, which there they go. And okay, that's all of them. The Heikin-Ashi is the last one. So there are multiple types of candlestick charts that you can look at. Of course, here are the indicators. That's the first one we covered. Okay, let's do this. let's say that I've got this on the chart and I don't like it and I want to undo. Oh, there we go. It can undo, just, erase whatever you've done in the past. And that's what I use a lot, just to get rid of a bunch of stuff, because it's faster than me going in and deleting everything. Now, I'm not going into this button or this button. If you want to click the full screen mode, click the full screen mode right here. It will put your charts in full screen mode. Now, one of the problems with full screen mode is sometimes it doesn't come up looking just great. So here's what you can do. Do you have a rolly button type thing on your mouse? Because if you do, I want you to scroll back. I want you to roll that down. You see what happens when you do that? If you scroll forward, it will open up the chart larger for you. So here's another way to do it. Grab left click and grab on the right hand side of your screen and pull it down. Do the same on the bottom. Left click and pull it over. Now left click in the middle of your screen and move it around in a circle. Now you know how to move your screen around. But how do you get out of here? Just click escape. It's usually in the upper left-hand corner of the keyboard. Okay, so is everybody following me so far? If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in. I'm going to read some questions now, and we will see who all has questions. Hang on just a second. Can you show me how to draw a trend line again? Okay, the trend line, if you click this little button right over here, click the button and see where it says trend line. Click on it. Now, nothing's going to happen until you click on the chart. Let's say I want to draw a trend line and I want to start, who knows, right? Let me scroll in here. I want to draw a trend line starting here. I just click one time. And then I can move my line around to wherever I want to go. So if I want to put my trend line right here, I can click the button again. Got it? Okay, good. All right. And let me see another question. How do you get the RSI back up there? Okay, right here. Up here at the top, the indicators. There's a series of indicators here, depending on what you want. There's no way in the world one person can know everything about every one of these indicators, but there are rules out there all over the internet. Just type in Bollinger Bands and how to use them, whatever, and you'll figure out how to use them. The RSI is a relative strength index. Right there, relative strength index. I'm going to click on it. Now, when I click on it, it's going to come up looking a little blah. I like to fix it. This is just default parameters. I want to right click on it and go up to, I want to right click on it and go up to, where am I at? Hang on just one second. There we go, format chart. Now, the reason that I messed up earlier was because I didn't have my little dots here. Click on format. I want, let's see, I want this to be red or yellow. I want it to be yellow. And I want the line to be a little bit bigger. You see what I'm doing here? I want the upper and lower bands to be a little bit bigger. So I want to make those a little bit bigger. And I want those to be red. And if you just copy what I just did, you can have your chart looking the same way that mine does. Click OK. And you've got RSI back up on your chart. If you want to make it smaller, just left click over here on the right hand side of the chart. And you can do that now. The RSI, there's another question. The RSI is meant to be an oversold, overbought indicator. For instance, this line down here, it plots an average of price over the last X number of periods. It measures the relative strength. They say, when I'm talking about they, I'm talking about everybody on the internet in general. They say when price or when the RSI gets up above 70, it's in technical overbought range. Now, what you want to do with that is up to you. If you want to sell it because you think it's overbought, that's fine. If you want to buy it because it's overbought and everybody's buying and you want to get in on it, well, that's fine too. You just have to know, you have to have a strategy for that. But that's what these are used for. And we can go into that in future episodes. Let me check the questions again. I think we have one more question here. Okay. Okay. What is Elliott wave? I don't know what Elliott wave. I mean, I know what Elliott wave is. I don't follow it. They have like let me do something here. I know I'm going to mess this up. 1, 2, I don't know, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's say I'm looking at the chart here. These are my Elliott wave counts. Now, if you want to find out exactly what the indicator is, again, go Google it. There's all types of information about there, but that's how you draw it. You just click over here, find whichever one you want, and draw it. If I want it to look like 1, 2, 3, 4 or A, B, C, D, each one has a different meaning, but that's not for this video. Okay. And that basically, guys, that's how you get around the Cantor Exchange trading platform. It's very simple to use. You can do all kinds of things with it. You can look at, not just Euro USD, but you can look at all kinds of time frames. I forgot to go over the time frames. If you want to change the time frame here, you can. I'm looking at a 5-minute chart right now, but what if I want to look at an hourly chart? Well, there we go. I'm looking at my hourly chart. I don't want this, so I'm just going to click delete. There we go. You can change to any type of chart that you want to. Daily, 4 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15, 5, and 1. Let's go look at a daily chart. Here's a daily chart. The RSI is still on there, and it will stay on there until you remove it. Okay, that is a basic overview, guys. This webinar is pretty much over unless we have any more questions. And next week, we're going to talk about we're going to add to what we've already learned. So far, we've already learned how to create an account. We've already learned how to fund your account. And today we learned a basic overview of the charting interface here. Next week, we're going to expand onto that. Do we have any more questions? I'm going to give you a few more seconds to figure out if you have any more questions. And again, you can always contact AJ Grossbart at Cantor Exchange. I'm going to put the information right back up here. Hang on just a second. I have to find it while I wait on questions. I saw one more question come through. I'll get to it in just a second here. There we go. That's just a rough version of my slides here. You can contact AJ Grossbart at 212-829-7114. That's Cantor Exchange. Or send him an email at ajgrossbart@cantor.com. If you want to get in touch with me, Google Joaquin Trading, Google TraderBot Marketplace, or we're there. It's traderbotmarketplace.com, joaquintrading.com, and we'll go over it. There is my the front of my website here. You can go into your dashboard where you talk about everything that we're talking about here on the dashboard. If you want to find out more about Cantor Exchange and how to trade them, you can either visit us or you can also go to cxmarkets.com. This is an education portal for Cantor Exchange. And you can go to cantorexchange.com where they have both Forex and metals accounts, talking about those, and they also have the weather accounts. So, okay, guys, thank you very much. I have enjoyed it, and I will see you next Thursday on the webinar. Oh, wait. We have a question. Okay, what time do daily contracts go live? All right, I tell you what, let's do this. What are we at here? Cantor Exchange is closed between 4:30 and 6, and I'm trying to find that in here, but I can't. So I will cover that on next week's webinar. Let's see. Okay, I don't understand that last question, so I will send you an email. You're asking something about the the trade full day contracts at market open. I don't know what you mean there, but we do have there are contracts listed here on a ton of contracts. Contracts go live at market open. There we go. Okay, guys, thank you. I will see you next week. I'm very excited about next week's webinar. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Happy trading. Bye-bye.